assignment, which is data processing 3.
Right.
I, I got some problem like how to write the code for that.
Sure, so we'll discuss it today. Here, I just posted the link your on your Google, on the like meeting chats. Is that visible to all of you? I'll pin it also. Yes. Just let me know if it is visible. By the way, is my mic clear?
Yeah, yeah, you clear.
Okay, perfect. I'll share my screen. Okay, before we start solving OPP sets, can you just quickly let me know if you guys have any doubts in any particular topic?
Yeah, I got a problem week 7 assignment, which is data processing 3.
Data
Uh,
processing. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So you guys let me know. Should I take those doubts first, or should I hop into solving OPP sets first? Which one do you
So,
guys?
so discuss problem solving tactics or techniques, mainly like with application to questions.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so OPP set 2. Let me just share my screen. Just let me know if it is visible. Sure. Is it visible?
yes, sir.
Okay, perfect.
Sir, today's 8th session is there or no?
It is there, yes.
Then I will join that.
Yes, surely, surely. But in these TA sessions, we'll cover the much more this OPP set questions. So it's better you attend this TA session because in there we'll be solving doubts. Okay. Okay. So which set do you guys want me to solve? Tell me. I will take that one up. Which one do you guys prefer?
Jan 2, Jan
Jan,
set.
this one,
Yes, sir.
Jan OPP2 set 2. Does this look okay? Okay. Let's try to solve this particular set. First, tell me in which sections are you guys facing the most issues with?
Section 2.
2
Section
and 3.
2 and 3. Okay. Okay, let's start with section 2 then. Okay, great.
Sir, I just want to ask a question.
Yes, go ahead.
How can we know when is our exam? Like for last time, we got a link via Gmail. Will we
Yes,
get a link via Gmail this time as well?
yes. You will definitely get a link in Gmail. It will take you to a Looker studio, something called a Looker studio, and in the Looker studio you will be able to see the link. See your timings.
And when we are supposed to receive the said link?
Um, you know what? I'll just share you the link here. Just give me a second. My window is visible, right? Okay, great. So this is the link. I will just post it on chats. Here it is. Sir, for OPP, is it necessary to practice GRPA? Yes, it is very recommended to practice GRPA. And once you open this Looker Studio, right, make sure you're signed in with your Google profile, and then you need to just go into this OPP2 slot details. And once you go to OPP2 slot details, it will show your particular OPP. Like for me, it's showing me PDSA. So for you guys, it will show something else, Python. And then here you will see the time. Okay, is that fine? Let's proceed now. Okay, I posted it on the chats also. Okay, so let's look at this particular question. Okay, and see what exactly it says. So first of all, your approach, wait, what's the syllabus of OPP2? Syllabus is till week 8, till file handling. Okay. Yes. Okay. So basically, this type of question, what you have to do is you have to read the question thoroughly first. So it tells us write a function is palindrome. Okay. That takes a string as input and returns true if the string reads the same forward and backwards, considering only alphabets and numbers. Ignore spaces, capitalization, and punctuation. Otherwise, it returns false. Okay, fine. Ignore spaces, capitalization, and punctuation while checking. Okay, that's a very important. Then function
Sir,
should not
ignore
use.
space. We replace it with empty string and ignore punctuation, simply punctuation with empty string. Then we make it a string according to me. then we can simply check it from backward and forward match, correct? Am I right?
Yes. You can do that. You can do that. You have to remove all of those ones. Okay. So there is a better way to do that. Okay, we'll go into it. So first of all, you have to ignore spaces, capitalization, and punctuation. So it is case insensitive. Okay, and then this function definition is kind of given to us. We have to return a true or false. As you can see here, a man, a plan, and all of these, but these are string. These are one string. Okay, so you have to start reading from the front. You have to start reading from the back. So you have to ignore this exclamation mark. As you can see, this A matches this A, and then you have your M. This M matches your M, and this N matches your N, like that. So it will. This is how it is going to work. So this is a palindrome. Okay, makes sense. So our first way that we can handle this is we have to somehow find a way to remove these, remove these white spaces, and we have to remove these commas. Okay, and all of the other punctuations. Okay, so you might think that, okay, fine, I'll just remove them from the string, but in essentiality you cannot remove a particular punctuation from a string, right? Strings are immutable, so you have to kind of iterate over it and then ignore the particular characters that you don't need. Does that make sense?
No, we are simply replacing, don't removing.
Yes, you can replace, but then you have to replace, like you have to write a complex regex. You have to match not just commas, you have to match punctuation, spaces, and all of that. You have to match and then replace it with blank characters. So that is not a you can do that definitely, but that is not a very smooth way of doing it. So do you guys want a little bit of time to try this out yourself? Let me know using emojis.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
great. Okay. So try to solve it. I'll give you 5 minutes to solve this particular question. Go ahead. Give it a try.
Which set has this question, sir?
This is going to be.
Sir,
Yes, go ahead.
hello.
Yes, go ahead.
So we are basically given a word and we have to find out whether the given word is palindrome or not.
Not a word. You are given a whole sentence, and inside the sentence there can be multiple punctuations, spaces, and all of those jumbled up characters, which you do not need. You have to ignore them, and then, uh, like you know, like you have to kind of ignore them and then see if, by getting rid of those punctuations, the string is still, palindrome, basically. Does that make sense? Here are the rules. Okay, so I'll wait for 5 minutes. Great.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
So what are you doing today? Actually, my network is little bit disturbed.
We'll be solving OPP sets questions. We are solving we are currently solving Jan OPP set 2,
Okay.
2025. Okay.
In this question, we should look for each character in string as if character is alnum. We can write like that, and then we return C character dot lower, and then reverse it. It will work. Hello.
Hello, yes. Oh, yes, I was on mute. Okay, yes. Yes, yes, that approach is fine. But make
Okay.
sure you use the correct function call to detect if it is not a punctuation and like something like it is a
Sir, I
alphanumeric.
have shared my code.
First,
Can
you
you please
have
check it?
to remove spaces and punctuations.
Yes. Yeah, your code looks correct. Yes, Dipankar is correct. That's the right approach.
Okay.
Okay, guys, you have 2 more minutes left. Okay, so shall we go ahead and solve this particular question?
1 minute.
Okay. Manjit has solved it, looks like. Yes, that is the correct way to do it. Okay, let's solve this particular question. Am I audible? Right? Okay. So look, this particular question, what exactly does this question tell you? This question tells you to this question basically tells you to find a way, in order to get rid of the points that are not required, like something like those punctuations, capitalizations, and spaces are not required. So how exactly are we going to do that? It is very simple. So you'll have to write a is palindrome function first of all. Okay, so let's do that now. We'll say def. Okay, is palindrome function is already written. So what we have to do is we have to first get the cleaned code. Okay, the way you're gonna do the clean code is we're going to get rid of those lower and all. Okay, we have to first do a lower because we don't want to compare between caps lock and not caps lock, the upper cases letters with the lower cases letters. So you have to get rid of that. Okay, so for that we are going to write cleaned. We have to write this cleaned string. So clean string is going to be, we have to go through that particular string, right? So we'll use give me a second. I guess we can wait.
Use each alpha or each nom.
Yeah, that
And
is one way of doing that. 1 second. My mouse is kind of freezing for some reason. Wait, just give me a second.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, go ahead now. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, sir, there is DAD session going on, sir. I don't have any link for connecting that.
DAD session. I'm actually not totally sure about what exactly the DAD session is.
When will I become equal to 10?
I think that is a revision session kind of. Yes.
So how to join that session? I don't have any link.
It is actually not showing up in my calendar also. So I'll just have to.
It is live in YouTube.
Yes, it is live in YouTube. Yes.
So no, in Google there is no link. Is it directly? How do you connect that thing?
Yeah, that's
No,
the
I
thing.
can
So
see that in
currently,
I can also see that in YouTube. I
yes, yes.
also, but can't
I got
join
it. I
that
got
thing.
it. So I currently do not have that link because it doesn't show up on my calendar also. So it looks like I don't have access to that particular meeting. So I'll email the instructor and I'll get back to you. Okay, is that fine?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, let's just solve this particular.
Sir, I have written one code. Can you see what is the issue in my code?
Okay, 1 One second.
Sir, I send the code. My code is correct, but when I send indentation is not correct. Why?
Indentation, yeah, that's the thing. It's a little bit hard to understand because the indentation, it's not maintained in this Google. This particular meeting doesn't support it. Important to, okay, this is the one, right? Okay, great. Okay, okay, perfect. Now my mouse is working. Okay, great. Let's solve this question. So first of all, what we can
Sir,
do is yes,
sir,
go
I
ahead.
have send my code, sir.
Yes, you have to send it once more because this um okay, you just sent it here. Okay, great. For I in S, yes. For J in reversed S, okay, you're doing a reversed. Okay, fine. And then return. Okay, you're doing a reverse directly. Fine. Okay, I'm getting a lot of code. Okay, that approach is fine, but that okay, that is a slight issue, right? Because you are going to be returning a bunch of times, so that code is kind of Anurag, your code is kind of very complex to read. So yeah,
What about
because
mine?
But
you're returning you're returning inside multiple times, right?
what multiple times, sir?
So you are kind of returning, this approach will not work because you are returning multiple times. You have to kind of check. You have to check if this is equal.
Okay.
Okay.
So return after
So
first
return will
return.
not gonna happen. So if you have to make a flag. If this condition does not hold, then return false. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, Manjit. Yeah, your
Sir,
approach is fine. Yeah,
sir,
go ahead.
after the first return statement, the loop stops, na?
Yes, that's the thing. It will check one character and then done.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay, let me give you the solution first of all. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to make this particular cleaned string, right? So how are we going to do that? We can we can go through it like this. We are going to make a particular array and then join it. We'll say that for C in S, that particular string, if C is there is a function called alnum. Okay, we'll check if it is alphanumeric. Okay, so we are going to go through this particular string S, and then we are going to check if this is alphanumeric. Then what are we going to do? We are going to store C dot lower. Make sense? Because you don't really care about the characters, uppercase characters. Now this is kind of it will make you an array, right? A list. It will make you a list. But we don't want a list. We want a string. So we have to convert this list to a string. How are we going to do that?
Dot
The way
join.
you do that is you have to use a dot join. So I'm going to put this whole thing inside braces. Are you guys able to see this clearly, or should I zoom in? I think I guess I'll have to zoom in more. Yes, it should be more easier to see. Okay, great. So now we are going to do a join. So we'll say that fine, I'll this dot join. Okay, make sense?
One doubt, sir.
Yes,
Why
go
you
ahead.
don't use the square braces then C? Why you remove that
Why
inside
I did
join?
not use square braces? Yeah, because this will give me an array. It will give me an array automatically, right? So we don't need that particular thing. So that is the syntax of Python. You can ignore that.
Yeah, but you mean it will always give us array
Yes.
when we loop.
So you don't need to put, yeah. So that's why you don't need to put. It will give you a list. So you don't need to put that braces in there, the third brackets. Now you have your clean string, right? So now you kind of can check. We can just do a return. We'll just do a return. Return this clean string has to be equals to that string that we had before. Okay, the reverse of it. So the clean string, and then we're going to give -1. So the clean string has to be equal to its reverse. Makes sense, right? Does it make sense? Let me know if it makes sense.
Yes, sir. So I have one doubt here.
Hmm.
I wrote this same code, but in multiple lines. Like first I did a for loop and then conditioning if,
Yes,
and I got the result, but even the string is not palindrome. It says true.
even the
Yeah, you write
string is not fine.
inside the code. The problem happens when you take a else block and then inside for loop. It will simply check a first character and then return true.
Yes.
Exactly, code is same, just like you wrote here.
Can you share
But
the code?
okay, I will say.
Indentation error happens, sir, in my code in previous time.
Right, right. Okay, that is solvable, right? Okay, I see a
Okay,
bunch of defined implementations. Yes, those are all correct
I am
only.
sharing the code in chat.
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Sir, can you explain this code again? This one,
Yes. So what
No, sir.
exactly happened is we
because
did c
especially
dot lower.
generator
Please go ahead.
expressions, sir, I am unable to, like, in the exam scenario, I am
I have
unable to
shared the code, sir.
generate the exam this
Okay.
generator's expression, actually list comprehension.
This is not a generator expression. This is basically like this kind of like set like this creating an array, right?
Array means
This is
list.
basically a list comprehension. Yes, it's a list comprehension, right? So if you don't
Yeah.
want to use a list comprehension, there is a better way. You can just say that for C in S. Okay,
Yes, sir.
we'll go through it. If C dot is L num, okay, then what are you going to do? We are going to say that fine I'll have a let's
Clean
say
string.
cleaned string equals to empty for now. Okay, it's empty. If this particular is alphanumeric, then clean string plus equals to, or we can say clean string plus equals to that character, which is
See.
C. So in this particular way, you can find the clean string also, but not the C. You have to make sure that it's in lower. Make
Sir,
sense?
sir, please explain how to write this concise one-line expression from scratch.
Yes. So this was the cleanest way to solve it. So what exactly we did here is we use this clean string. Okay. So this is the set builder part. So if you want to make a, if you not set builder, sorry, list builder part, list comprehension part. So this is a list. Inside that, what we are doing, we are iterating over the string s, and we are filtering it. We are filtering on the filter always goes on the right. So filtering is if this particular character that we got is alnum. So if this is alnum, this character C is going to go to the left. So now inside this, it's going to get populated inside this particular list. But we don't want to just populate C. We want to populate it by mapping it to C dot lower. So we'll put C dot lower there. If we just put C, then what will happen? This C is just going to go there for every C that is alnum.
What
Makes sense?
is Alnam doing here, sir? Like how
Is
it's
alnum is
removed?
basically filtering all the characters that are not alphanumeric. So it is taking only the characters that are alphanumeric. It's
Okay.
getting rid of punctuation, spaces, and all.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Excuse me, sir.
Can you please write a print statement for line number 19?
Print this print statement.
Yeah, I want
Okay.
to see what will happen if we have no square braces.
Sure, sure. So I'll just put C dot lower. Okay. Lower. Okay.
Remove please square
Then I'll
braces.
just. Oh, you have to have square braces inside.
Why you
No, you say they will automatically
That is
generate
only
array.
when you are using a join function.
lower function, sir? Why you use lower function here? C dot lower.
because the code tells you to ignore it tells you to ignore capitalization. That's why.
Okay.
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 So yeah,
Excuse
if
me,
you, yeah, go
my
ahead.
question is in you have written the C dot is alphanumeric. In the place of that, I have written if C is not in string dot punctuation.
Yes, that is a way to use the string library.
But
Yes, why not?
but the code is not running for that.
But the code is not running. Okay. Okay. So it's better to stay
Three
away
cases.
from dot punctuation. Look, so punctuation will not take care of your white spaces. So you have to include the white spaces also in that particular sense, right?
Okay.
So
But
make
that's
sure that you, yeah, you
the
make sure
by
that
using that the cases in which only one string is present,
yes, it will
only
work.
one word is present, that is going to be correct,
Yes,
but long one is not.
yes, yes. Okay.
19.
Yes. Do you see this? This is a print statement for the 19. So it is going to basically give you a array. It will give you a list with all the characters in there. Make sense? This here is out.
Sir, sir, can you check please what is the issue in my code, because it is giving it is passing two cases, but two cases it is not passing. It is giving opposite result.
Can you tell your name once? Is it MD?
Anurag, sir.
Anurag. Okay. Anurag. Okay, your case. Okay, this code will not work at all, right?
Sir, it is working, but in two cases it is giving opposite result actually.
Yeah, it will actually never work because you are going through each of the characters, right? And you are doing a return. So the first time the loop starts running, it will give you a return and your loop is done. So the code will never run, right? It will only run once.
Okay.
Makes
Got
sense. So you have to kind of do a if statement here. You have to check.
Yes, sir. Okay,
Makes
got it.
sense. But
Yeah.
also, also you are kind of going through from the front and then the left, and then you are kind of ignoring characters. But then again, it is not the right way to do it. It will cause you confusions because you are going to on the right side. Let's say you are ignoring some characters. On the left side, you are not doing it. So your left side might be longer than your right side. So that might cause issues. The best way
Okay,
to
sir.
do is to make it a clean string and then check it with this reverse.
Comprehension tab.
Not just comprehension tab. You can use a proper loop to do that also.
Okay.
Makes sense. So this question is amply clear to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. You see all the test cases passed. Mandeep, it's clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Mandeep, sorry. Okay, great. Looks like all of the other people also
Kindly
cleared
show
up.
the code. I have.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Done. Okay, great. Let's proceed to the next question. So the main objective of solving questions is you have to make sure that you break your question into smaller parts, because if you are going to do it in like you're gonna use very complicated writing and all, it's going to be very confusing for you. Okay, so it's not really worth it to write it in one go, each and everything in one go. So break your code into different parts and then try to solve that. That will cause much more that will be much more easier for you, I guess. Okay.
Sir, this time we are able to use Control C and Control V in exam, or no?
Not totally sure. I don't think so.
Sir, I don't know how it worked for me, sir, but I use copy and paste, sir. Control C and Control V. It worked for me, sir. But using the mouse, sir, actually.
Using the mouse is working, really.
Yeah, sir. For me, it worked. I don't know how.
In the exam, it worked.
Exam in the OPPE one.
How using
Great.
mouse, sir? Control C.
Right click. I right
Right click,
use.
yes. Yes, you can definitely use a right click. Why not?
So, sir, we can use Python tutor during OPP.
Yeah, you can use Python tutor. Why not? That's completely fine. Python tutor is allowed.
No, if we go into Python tutor and it will show the inactive screen one.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. You're
Okay.
you're being screen recorded, right? So you cannot do something suspicious. It's
Okay.
completely fine.
Yeah.
I did
They
not
are
know the time
don't
when I
allow
took the exam. I
to
did not know.
open without Ignito and remove every tab.
Oh no, they won't gonna check that much.
I don't know.
Means if
Normally they do
there
not
will
do
be
any
mentioned
problem.
that one inactive screen if we open the Python tutorial, is there any problem?
Mhm. No, it's completely fine.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Do not open Python tutorial. Open the Python the shell. The most important thing is the Python shell.
Python
This is the
tutor.
PyO terminal, right? Yes, this is the one that you are going to need mostly. You don't need the rest of the things. This is what you
Python
need.
tutor.
If you Yes, this is not a Python tutor. It's PyO terminal.
No, if we can use Python tutor, I am asking.
Python tutor is
Uh,
more helpful as the most of errors happen in a line, how they are moving forward.
Because if we are clicking on the Python tutor, it is opening in the new tab.
oh yes, it's fine. You can use any of these. All of these are, I guess, allowed
Okay.
because they give you the links here, right? So you can use Python tutor, but I've never used it. So you have to write your code here and then somehow
But
figure out a way
each
to
time
copy
when
paste it
we
here.
switch this Python tutor or Pyro terminal, every time inactive
Yes,
tab
it
plus
will show
one.
inactive, but not
Yeah.
an issue. they allow you, it's fine. But just make sure that you're able to copy paste from this particular part to this particular part. If you cannot do that, then that's the issue.
Yes, sir.
You have to write code all over
Yes.
again. Okay, great. Let's proceed to the next part, I guess. See what does it say. Okay, it says, one second. Is okay. I guess it's, is it visible my screen? I don't know why it's lagging today for some reason. Okay, yeah, should be visible. Great. Okay, so the next question tells us write a Python function that takes a list of names, processes them, okay, to create abbreviations from. So it's basically going to like give you the last name and then first name and then middle name, or F and M on the initials of the first and middle name. Okay, great. That is basically you are going to input three names and you are going to give the last name and then the first name, the first character of the first name, okay, and then a dot, and then the middle name if you have a middle name, okay, the first character, like A is the first character. Make
Simply
sense?
make a list, sir, and last character as it, and then simply take
You
first.
have you have 5 minutes to solve it. Okay, go ahead, give it your try. Okay, so should I give you guys the solution now? Is that fine?
Yes, sir. Sent you the in the chat box.
1 minute, sir.
Let's see. Yes, go ahead. The chat board. Let's see. Okay. Okay, approach is fine. Oh, you're doing a strip dot strip. You know, you can only do a strip once. That is fine. That will strip it. Don't need to do it twice. And then you have your initials. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit complex way of doing it, but that is fine. And then you're doing a sort also.
So can you please tell the difference between the strip and split?
Okay, you're doing a strip and then you're splitting. Huh. Okay, yeah, that is fine. You're doing a strip and then splitting. That is fine. Yes. But okay, yeah, that is fine. Yeah, you're doing a strip and then strip. Stripping is basically going to get rid of the white spaces or jumbled up characters on the front and the end of the particular string. Okay, and then split is going to split that particular string on basis of a particular like a character. It can be a string, it can be a any character. It can be a number or a character, or it can be a like an alphabet, can be a space. Makes sense. So stripping is for getting rid of white spaces on in the front and back, and splitting is basically splitting that string into an array or a list. I have a habit of saying arrays because I'm more familiar with like C++ and also. But yeah, essentially when I say array, I mean lists in this particular context. Okay, let's go ahead with this particular solution. So it first of all tells us to go ahead and accept n number of inputs. So we'll say that input, we'll call the input function, and we'll say that n equals to input. Okay, now you see this n here, right? So what will exactly happen here? Wait, let me zoom in. Okay, great. So this input is going to be in what format? It will be in strings, right? But we need it in integers. So
Like
we'll say int.
how many names are there?
Yes. So this is our number of names. So int,
Yeah.
and then we have our input. We'll do a strip to make sure that there is no jumbled up characters. Make sense? So
Yes.
now we are going to do, say, for I in range n. Okay. One second. Okay, great.
Sir, I don't know why my
Okay.
code is incorrect. When I run in Python tutor, it is showing correct, but when I do in this, they show wrong.
It's fine. I'll just I'll look at your code. Let's solve this particular question quickly. Okay, so it says for I in the range. Okay, we have to go and then we have to accept. Okay, so we'll say that name equals to input. Okay, and then we'll strip it. Okay, now we have to make sure that we have to get the array, right? So name array, we'll do name dot split. On what basis we are going to split? We are going to split it on the basis of this white space. So this is our white space. We're going to split it on basis of that. Make sense? Is that fine?
Yes, sir. If there is any other character, then it will not split that.
Yes, yes. So now we have, there are two options. Okay. Either it can be a three letter, like three word, like middle name is there, and it's also possible the middle name might not be there. Okay, so what do you have to do in a particular case? But we definitely know that our last word is definitely going to be the first here, like the last name is going to be our first output.
Name of
Okay, so
minus
we are
one.
going to so what exactly we are going to do?
Can you
We are
please
going to do
explain
this.
from line number 7 again?
Line number 7, we are basically getting the name of that particular person, and we are going to strip it. Like
First
we're going to
name
strip
basically
that.
for I. in range. If I is 0, then
What
we'll
is the
put.
use of strips are here?
So
It
let's say
is
our
simply removing end and front spaces.
yes, exactly. So if someone entered John Doe and then a bunch of spaces, it will get rid of the spaces. And then in here, if someone enter John Doe, we are going to get John and then Doe in a array, so that we can print the last index of it. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, what exactly we are going to do? We are going to have to kind of make the string that we are going to use. So we'll say that fine, string is going to be empty for now, none. I'll just make it fine. So what we are going to do? We are going to say that string plus equals to, we need to print what? We need to print the last name, right? So
Yeah,
what is
name
the
of
last
minus
name?
1.
Name
Yeah,
of
exactly.
length of array.
Name of array minus one. Last one. Okay. And then a comma. You need a comma also. So how are you going to include the comma? So you can just
Instead of plus.
make it
Name
a f
of
string.
zeros,
So
0 or 0.
directly plus. Why you using this? Name of array is a string, and
Done.
then simply use plus. Then
Yeah.
string containing comma, and then
Yeah.
string
It's
containing
fine.
space.
Yes.
First
That is
letter of
completely
the
fine.
word and
Yes,
dot.
that is completely fine. That is completely fine. Okay. So we can write an if statement that if name if this named array dot the length of this, okay, if the length of this particular name array, okay, is equals to 2, it means there is no middle name, right? So in that particular case, what we can do is we can just do a direct print, right? Why not? We can just do it directly. Then why are we going to use multiple steps? We'll just do a f string and then we are going to print the last character out of it. We won't going to use this string. That will be a waste of resources. Okay, so we are going to print this particular thing, and then we know that there is a comma in there, and then since it is a two-lettered word, two-lettered name, we know that we have to get the initial of the second last index. Makes sense?
So can you please
Or
explain line number 9?
yes. So we are basically checking if this particular name is two words. Okay, we are
Yeah,
checking that if it is two words, then we don't have a middle name, so we're just going to print the last name and then the first character.
okay.
Okay, so we are checking if it is two name, then we are going to print the last with the last character, which is the last a word, which is do in here. So that is going to be, it's two
1.
letter, two words, right? So the second index is going to have that. Second index is going to have our do, and then we're going to print that and then comma, and then we're going to have our first character that we need. So what is that going to be? Name of
Name
array,
array
the
of
zeroth
0
index, and then
of,
the zeroth index.
yeah,
We're
and
going to
dot,
print a full stop.
full
So
stop.
that is done. Make sense?
Okay.
And
And
then we're going to do a else.
okay.
If the particular name is a three-lettered, okay, we'll do another check also. L if this particular name equals 3. Okay. So now we are going to go here and then we're going to print it here. Same thing
But
is going to happen, but
according
go ahead.
to this, if length of name is 4 letter or 5 letter, then each time we will check if the length of.
That will be a. I'm not really sure how exactly do they want that. Okay, there is a. Okay, Dumbledore. Let's see.
Yeah,
Dumbledore is coming, and then APWB. Okay, we need all of them in order. Okay, fine,
yes. So each time
fine.
writing this type
Yeah,
of code,
this
like,
it will not gonna work. Makes sense.
yeah,
We can use for.
We can use a loop.
yeah.
We'll just use a loop just to be safe. So what we are going to do is we're just going to do a print. Okay, and then till this much is fine, right?
Okay.
And then we are just going to say that the end equals to space. We won't gonna put a new line because we have to go through the loop. Now we are going to go through the loop. Okay, so for word in name array, we are going to go from the beginning to the last. We are going to get rid of the last one. Okay, we don't really want the last one. Make sense?
Yes,
Because
sir.
we are done with the last one. So we are going to now going to print here. Similarly, we're going to print this f string here.
No, sir. We have to take a string
Yes.
so that we can add a dot b dot such thing.
You can do that, but there is no need. You can just do it like this. Look, just look. Okay. So we are going to do this particular, this is the last one, right? So this last one, and then that is done. Now we are going to print what exactly? We're going to print the first character of that word. Make sense?
Curly bracket.
Inside curly braces, yes. The curly braces, and we're going to put a dot. And then the end is going to be this. And then once we are done with this particular route, we're just going to do a print statement. And we are done.
First, it will print the last name. After that,
And then it will not go to the next line. It will keep
yeah.
printing, and it will go through the words, print the first character, and then put a dot. And then once you're done with the whole line, it's going to do a print. Let's see if this particular approach is fine.
What prints the last print
We have to
statement?
sort them also.
Sir, it is alphabetically sorted also.
Is it alphabetically sorted?
Last print
Okay.
statement.
Let's see. Okay, there is also a space here, so we have to be mindful of the space also. Okay, great. Now let's see the test cases. Let's see if they're wanting a sort. Okay. BA.
He wants a written output the process name in the
Okay,
sort.
output the process name in the sorted order, one per line. Process names in the sorted order. What do they mean by that?
The first letter, according to first letter, DOE, Dumbledore, then such thing. If we don't do that, Johnson Win came first.
Okay. Got it. Fine. I guess in that particular way we will have to use a array or a string. We have to make a string. So fine. We just say the string is empty. Okay. And then
Sir,
we
if we
also
don't,
need a
sorry, sir, to interfere. If we
go
don't
ahead.
want in sorted order, then how this is working?
This is working in the sense that at first it will print the first character, the last the last part of the name. Okay, and then let me just let me just open a um, wait, OneNote. I'll just so that you guys can see my thought process here. Just give me a second. It should be feasible to all of you. Oh god, I have to sign in. Okay, looks like not. I hope not. Really don't want to sign in. Okay, not now. Please, go away. God. Okay, great. Thank God. Oh, again. Okay, fine. Okay, here. So let me just write it. Okay. So what exactly is going to happen here is, let's say, let me just use this particular color. Okay. Let's use black. Okay. So what's happening here is you are given a particular name, right? So let's say Albus. Oh, it's so fat. Okay. Yes. You're given Albus, and then Dumbledore. Or let's say I don't know the spelling, so I'll just say Albus Dub. This is the name. Okay. So what exactly is going to happen is the print statement, right? So this is going to print this. Let's say Albus Dub, or after that something. This is a name. It's an imaginary name. Okay. Fine. This is a name. Let's say. So what exactly is going to happen here is we are going to start from here. So this particular is going to be printed. So HOP. So this HOP is going to be printed. Make sense? And then after that, the print statement, what is this going to do is going to print this A. Okay. It's going to print this particular A. And then what will happen after that? We are using a end. We are using this particular thing here. We are using an end. And we are saying that the end is going to be this. So at the end, what will happen? Because the end part is going to be not a slash n. If we put a slash n, then it will go to the next line. Like it will go to the next line, and then it will start printing from here. But we are not doing that. We are just putting this slash n here. Instead of slash n, we are going to give this no character basically. So what will happen in this particular case?
After
it will not
it,
go to the next
there is a full stop also.
Yes, there is a full stop. Yes. So what will happen in this particular case? It will not gonna go to the next line. Makes sense, right? Is that clear? So instead of going to the next line, it will keep continuing in that particular line.
Yeah.
So it will just put this full stop, and then in the next part of the loop, it will go to this particular character, and then it will put the T and then dot. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Does
After
that make
printing
sense, all of
last
you?
name, if there is how many words are there, each word of first letter will be printed and full stop also.
Yes, and then the full stop will also can be printed. But instead of going to the next line, it will just stay in that particular line. The cursor is not
Yes,
going
sir.
to go to the next line. Okay, so it will keep printing in the same line. This will print in line number one, let's say, and this whole thing is also printing in the line number one. And you are done with line number one, and then you're just doing a print,
For every
taking the cursor
word
to the next
except
line.
the last word
Yes,
in that name.
except the last one. Yes, but this is not a very concrete approach. We cannot use this because we are being told to do a sort. So what will be our approach in this particular case? So we need a names array definitely, right? Because we have to kind of um, we have to sort this whole thing also. So, so the way you have to do is you have to make a names array. You need a string, and then you have your names array here. So you have to kind of change it. Okay, name parts. We have to make it parts of a particular name, and then now we can actually kind of, instead of removing the whole code, let's just do it like this. Name size is going to be empty, and then here we'll call it name part. And instead of doing a print, we'll just add it to that particular string. So string plus equals to
But
string
sir,
plus equals
name
to
part should be undefined, right?
no,
Not
it's fine,
defined.
it's fine. we
Huh?
are we are creating it.
Oh, oh,
Wait.
all right, all right. We are creating name dot split for I in range,
Yes, yes,
right?
yes. So we are going to do a split, and that is fine. Now we are going to add it to the string. What exactly we are going to add? We're going to add this whole f string. We don't need this end and all. Okay, so these are going to be gone. We'll add this f string. Okay, and then we will do the same thing here, but we will just add it to the string. So string plus equals to, and we will add it here. Make sense? But also remember to have your do you need that? You don't really need that. Okay, that is fine. You can have your
We are,
slash and also at the end.
we are not printing now, sir. So why we use f then f string here?
Yes. So here we don't need the slashes entirely. Okay, we can just keep it until this. Okay. So what exactly will happen now? Inside this string we have this, right? So the string is built, but we have to add this particular string to the names array, right? So names array dot append will add this name string, this string. So now we have our names array kind of, right? Does this make sense? Up until this much, does it make sense?
Yes.
Great.
What's
So
the
what
purpose
are
Sorry,
of
we?
names?
sir. Why you take line number 5 outside, not inside?
Because names array is going to be used inside this multiple times, right? So if you build it inside this, for every time your names array is going to be because you will need these individual lines inside there, right? So this names array is going to is going to hold something like this. It's going to hold this, and then it's going to hold the next line, and then the next line.
Okay, sir.
Does it make sense? Got it right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So I'll just empty it out. Okay, great. So now what are we going to have to do? Let's just for the sake of it, let's just print this particular names array, and then see what kind of an outputs we get if we
Short,
are
sir.
getting any error.
To short it.
Let's see test cases. Oh god, okay, some kind of index out of range issue happened. Names array. Oh yes, we have forgot to change this names
Parts.
name parts. Then here also, okay, this word is fine, but this is going to be changing to name parts. Great. Let's see.
No, it is returning array, sir. But we want a
Okay.
string.
Yeah. Wait up.
Oh, it's
I'm just
returning
checking.
in one line.
We are just checking, like we are just checking if until now this code is correct or not. So you see this particular thing. So the thing is working actually. The code is working. So now we have to figure out a way how to print this particular elements inside this array in sorted order. Okay, and in different lines. Makes sense, right?
We can simply sort and
Yes.
use for
Use
loop.
dot join, sir.
Name
Simply.
array dot sort.
Yes. Yes. So name array sorted
Dot sort.
equals to sorted, and we will call the names array, right? And they will just do a print and then star names array sorted.
You
This
are
is
string
okay. We have
taking
to
a
do a
list, sir. But we want
yes, yes.
a
We have to do a separator. Separate.
Why you have used a star?
Star is going to basically wait. That will unpack that particular list. Okay. I'll give you examples. Wait.
Star will unpack each list
Yes.
element.
So yes, list element. So this basically a syntactical sugar. You don't really need to use it. You can just loop over it. Right? You can just loop over it just to be simple. So for
New
name
thing.
name, yeah, that is a syntactic sugar kind of. Okay.
Yeah.
And just print name, and it should be done. Python has so many ways of doing all those tricks and all, so it will come with practice. You see,
sorry, sir. I
code
don't get the last part. What that taking? How
which
that
part?
is
From
working?
sorted
17,
list,
18.
name from sorted list, it will print
Yeah,
each name in next line.
each name. So this name array, you saw the name array, right? So the name array is going to contain all the names, right? So but we need the names in a sorted order. So we did a sorted inside this name array sorted. We are going to have all the names in sorted order. But now we want to print them line by line. So we are just iterating over that array or a list which contains all the names and printing the names. Simple iteration.
Okay, sir.
Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Or
So
we can
the
use
question is
simply
yes.
make them string and put that result out.
Um you cannot make it as a string, right? Because you are doing a
Yeah, using dot join.
you cannot do a dot join, right? Because we are not supposed to print this whole thing in one line. If we do dot join on name file, it
Backslash and
will
inside.
Explain the code from line
oh,
number
okay,
6
okay.
again. Once more.
Yeah, okay. So what exactly is happening is first we are going to need a names array where we are going to store each of these in each lines. So this is one line, this is one line, this is one line. We're going to store them
Yes.
inside this names array in individual elements. Okay, element
Okay.
number one, element number two, element number three. This is our goal. So first we are going to create the string. First we are going to get our first name. We're going to split it and then get the last name here, and then we are going to get the initials of the from the first. Okay, so inside this particular name array we are going to get inside this particular string we are going to get this like Dumbledore APWB. This is what we are going to get inside string until this is done. Make sense?
So in for loop, when we name equals to input dot strip, instead of name part, we can just split that here also, no?
No. What will this name split going to do? This name split is going to give you John and Doe in two separate elements inside a list, right? So John and Doe. We have to get
Okay.
the last. We have to get the last first, right? So that's what we are doing. We are getting the last one in the first, the starting of the string.
So this
String is
split
empty currently.
function will not work in name equals to input dot strip. All the functions, all these
What do you
functions
mean
will
by?
not work together. Like
Wait. I'm not getting your question. Can you repeat?
you initialize name part
Hmm.
equals to name dot split. Instead of
Hmm.
doing in next line, we could do this in the first name input.
Yes,
Name
yes.
equals
You can do a split here itself. That is not an issue.
okay.
Why not? Right? You can do it. There is no. There is no. Then you have to change this to name parts, right? Make sense?
Okay.
But yeah, it will gonna make your code a little bit complex for other people to read. That's all. But yeah, it's fine. It's a common way of
Yeah.
doing it. Mhm. So does it make sense, this whole code for you, for
Yes.
all of you? What about the rest of you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great, great. So the next question, our another TF, Gustav has joined. He's the guy. He's going to solve the rest of the questions. Okay, so I'll just let Gustav know. Gustav, can you hear me?
Yep. Am I audible? Hello, hello.
Yes. Okay,
Okay,
looks like
so
he's audible. Great. Okay, so I just covered this. Section 2 is done. Section 3, cover the section 3 and then solve the section 1 problems. Okay.
covered. You have done with the. Okay, I'll have to cover the section 3 and the.
Section 3 and then go to section 1. If they do not prefer section 1, then you can go to the next set and then cover the section 2 and 3, because people are
Sure.
facing issues in section 2 and 3 mostly.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay then.
Okay, perfect.
What about it?
Eight.
What about what?
Sir, I
Eight.
have some doubts in section 1. I collect doubt. 5 questions are there
Sure.
in
I'll take care of
polls.
it. Don't worry.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
yes, definitely. You can ask. Go ahead. There's no issues. We'll take all the doubts. Okay, Kosap, you can take over.
Yep.
And Manjit, you always have the option to come at 8 p.m. So if you have really specific
Okay.
doubts, then yeah, we have that option also. If you want right now, you can also ask.
Okay. So I have now hijacked the session from Ayush, and let me just open the portal. I hope I'm clearly audible. I have new earphones, so I don't know the sound quality. Okay. Seems like I am.
You are audible.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Just give me a few moments. I'm opening the portal. Can you all hear the cat?
No, the cat is not audible. It's fine.
Okay, nice. Okay, we were in. Wait, what set was it, Ayush?
Gen
It was,
2.
yes,
Jan
2025
OPP,
Jan
Jan
OPP set
25,
2.
OPP set 2. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, problem section 3. Let's go. Okay, so what approach do you should we take? Should we give you all time to solve, just think, scratch your brain a bit, that one, or should I just start
No,
solving
no.
straight up?
Start solving, sir.
Sure, are you sure about it?
Yeah.
Do you not want to try?
I will try after the end of the session.
But
Sir,
like,
give me 2 minutes.
yeah, no, you should try first. Just looking at me solve won't get you anywhere.
Yeah, give
Okay.
us 5 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Yeah.
Sorry, sir,
So,
no time need as this is a dictionary question.
yeah, okay. But there are many people, right? So, keeping them in mind, I'll give everyone time. I'll just try and explain the question a bit. So, okay. Yeah. Employee task analysis. Given a list of dictionaries, okay? So, we have a list, which is a list of dictionaries. Okay, nice. Where each dictionary contains the keys employee ID, task completed, and hours worked. Nice, nice. Total task completed. Okay, so now we have this list and then we have a request. Okay, the total task completed, computed. Okay, compute the total number of tasks by all employees. Most efficient employee. Define the ID of the employee with the highest ratio of tasks completed to hours worked.
1 minute,
Task
sir.
completed. Yeah,
This is a if type.
yeah, it is exactly. Also, if I'm not wrong, I think we did exactly the same type of question yesterday, right? This seems very, very familiar. I think we did. It was regarding, yeah, it was, I think, number of pages and books, right? Remember?
I did not attend yesterday's session, sir.
Same
Okay,
with me, sir.
I think Kushi attended. Yeah, she remembers. Nice. Okay, so okay, Fancy as well. Okay, okay. So yeah, give it a try. Okay, 1928 is right now. 1925 is still. I'll give you the time. Okay, list comprehensions. Yep, yep, yep. Priyanshi, the question number is 2025 Jan OPP 2 set 2. Okay, section 3, problem 1. Let me just. Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, Manjeet,
Why
please ask.
don't they write employee underscore LST? Why they
Uh,
able to write a list completely here?
I mean, it's an underscore, so it's one variable. You can name it anything, right? I mean,
No, we don't use a list num such thing.
yeah, but it's the underscore, right? So the whole variable name is employee underscore list, not employee space list, right? So the if you had done something like this, let's say
Employee list is a
list
variable.
equals
Inside
10,
this, employee
that
ID
is a
will be there.
problem. Okay, yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah, this is a problem. But when you pair it with an underscore, the text is different, right? Underscore list is not the same as list, right?
Thank you, sir.
Exactly. Okay, ting ting. The time is up. Now we'll solve it. How many people got through like one, two parts, like at least one and then two? Okay, Praveen did. Okay. Um, Ananya got through the first
One
one.
done.
Nice. Okay, okay. One done for everyone, right? Okay. It seems like everyone got to the first one. I'll just quickly go ahead and solve the first one. Okay. Nice. So, I mean, okay. The way I will use is, just I'll just use a list comprehension. Okay. It will just solve it in one line. So, just look at me go. The task is to get the total number of tasks completed, right? So, we can loop through the list and then we can collect the task completed,
Sorry,
right?
sir, if you
In,
don't mind, list
yeah.
comprehension is hard for most of us. Can you
Okay.
please simply don't use that?
Sure. Why not? Makes sense. Sure. I'll first solve it in the long way, okay, and then I'll use show the list comprehension answer, okay. The long way is to set up a variable, right? So total equals 0, okay, and then loop through the whole list. So for employee, right, employee in employee underscore list. Let me just increase the font. Yeah, for employee in employee list. Wait, what? Okay. If no, not even if, right? Total plus equals uh, employee of tasks completed, right? Yeah, tasks completed. TA employee of TAS tasks completed. Okay, and then we'll just return total. Does this make sense?
What is
Simple,
total
right?
here, sir?
You are doing part one only.
Yeah, I'm doing part one. I'll just cut this. Where is it? Yeah, first we need to have an if, right? So if request double equals total tasks completed, then I'll run this code, which is this one right here.
Where the request came out.
The request is coming inside of the function, so it is a parameter, right? So the function will get the argument. So if the request is total task is completed, we'll just run this code, which is set up the total as 0, okay, and then just loop through the list of dictionaries. So for employee in employee list means, wait, what? Employee is what? Dictionary, right? And now I'll increment the total by the tasks completed for each employee one by one. And then at the end, when the for loop is done, I'll just run the total. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
And if you just want the list comprehension version of it, then we can just do, return. Wait, not here. Control slash. Yep. Wait, I think I made an indentation error, or I did not. Wait, let me see. Okay, it's fine. Never mind. So yeah, return sum of the list made of uh, employee of tasks completed for employee
In
in
employees.
employees list. Exactly, employee list.
Why we don't
So
use colon here?
colon where?
In last
This one?
for employee in employee list, then colon.
No, because it's a list comprehension, right? In list comprehensions, we don't need colons. Remember, you can have multiple nested for loops, and you will never need a colon inside of a list comprehension. I think I explained list comprehensions pretty well in the start of the term, right? Okay. Manjeet, you should go and revise, okay? Now is not the time to be revising list comprehension syntax, okay? But if you also I think you have a mentor session today as well, right, Manjeet?
Yeah, no, sir.
Yeah, then ask Ayush, okay? Don't worry, he'll explain. For okay, but once again, I'm hoping that most of you or everyone understands list comprehensions.
Yes.
Yes, yes. How many of you do? Just
Sir, understand. I am also able to understand what when we write. The error came frequently.
Okay. Uh, Wait. Just let me share the entire screen. Don't mind me. Hmm. Okay. You know what? Let's just go through the questions right now. If we have time at the end, I mean, I today I was planning to end the session at sharp 8 because I have my session, mentor session as well at 9. So there's that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. For now I'll move to the next one. Okay. Wait, the next one is if request is okay. Let me do a test run at least, huh? Maybe I wrote the wrong code. No, you know. Okay. Okay, wait. I think the tab crashed. Okay.
Go to test case, sir.
Test run. Okay, yeah, it's working. Working. Nice, nice. The second one is most efficient employee, right? Okay, so we have to judge the most efficient employee, and what is the metric? The metric is the tasks completed divided by hours worked, right? Okay, somebody help me. Yeah, ratio of tasks completed to hours worked. Which one? Which one comes? In the numerator, and which one goes to the denominator? I forgot. So when you say
Numerator
task,
task completed and
okay,
the denominators are work.
okay. Thank you very much. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you very much. So, uh, LF request double equals what is it? Most efficient employee. Then, we have to return the employee ID, right? Okay. So, huh?
Return mean, sir.
No. Return min. Wait. Highest
Yes, sir.
ratio, right? So the highest ratio is that we have to get the max, not the min.
Max. Okay. Max.
Yeah, we'll use the max function along with the lambda function. Should we go that route?
No, sir. First easy part and then second.
Okay, so but I
Please
still
zoom
okay.
the
So you
second
know
one.
what? Yeah, I'll zoom the screen and okay, I won't go the lambda function route, but I will define a function here because we need to specify our metric to define which is the maximum value is tasks completed divided by hours worked, right? So we need to use that metric. So in the max function, we will need a key, right? Correct? The max function by default won't give us the value which we want, right? We have to give it a metric, right? We have to give it something which it uses to compare. Manjeet, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for that, I'll define a function here. Define a helper function, which is def uh, get. You could say get ratio, yeah, or you could say yeah, just ratio. Okay, def of ratio of an employee. Okay, I'll make it as return employees like emp tasks completed divided by employees hours worked. Okay, so that is what our function will return. So if we give it an employee, it will return the ratio. That is clear to everyone, right? And now I'll use the max function and provided this metric. Okay, this as the key. So now I just do return max of what? Max of employee list.
I
And
think you have to return the employee ID who
yeah,
has
I'll make sure of that. Don't worry, don't worry. But basically, this max function is taking in employee list, right? So it will return an employee at the end, right? It will return a dictionary, correct?
yes.
and then from the dictionary I'll just use the square brackets and get the
At the end.
employee ID. Exactly. And to as the key, I need to provide the metric, right, which needs to be compared. So the key will be ratio. Okay, the function ratio. So basically, as an explanation, what will happen here is the max function will go through each dictionary inside of this list. It will apply the key function on that list, okay, on that dictionary, right? Going through every dictionary in the list, applying the key function on the dictionary, and whatever values we get for each dictionary, those values will be the thing which is considered to compare between two dictionaries. Okay, so and then at the end, I will just whatever dictionary comes out as the maximum, I'll just get its employee ID. Employee ID. I hope this works. And it does. Okay. Now, any doubts here? Anyone?
Can you please again explain? I have a network issue, sir.
Okay. Basically, the max function, right? It will go. So, employee list is a list of dictionaries, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, max function will go through the employee list and it will check each dictionary, right, to find the biggest one. And what it will do is it will apply the key function on each dictionary. Okay. So, it will get the ratio of each dictionary, and whichever has the highest ratio, that will be returned by max function. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, and that dictionary is now returned. So, but we need the employee ID, right? So, when the max function returns a dictionary, we just apply the square brackets employee ID thing on it. Okay. So basically, we created a helper function and then we use that function right here. Any problems with this definition? With this solution?
What is max returning here?
Max is returning a dictionary from the list of dictionaries.
I have one doubt. This
Yeah.
key would be equal to any ratio, right? So
Yeah.
how
Exactly.
it will know that which we have to choose this employee ID?
Yeah. That is up to the max function to handle. Okay. The max function basically it does something like this. Okay. I have explained the max function many times. Okay. And this is like 1,000 times. Okay. I'm exaggerating, but you also pay more attention to the sessions. Okay. Max function, lambda functions I've explained many times. So basically when I say let me just make it. Yeah. So we have dictionary 1, dictionary 2, dictionary 3, and let's say here we have id 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 1 2 3. Don't mind my handwriting. Okay. And then we have marks 10, marks 20, marks 0. Okay. This one has id3 has marks 0. Now if I apply the max function on these, then so basically wait, these are all inside of a list. Okay, a list made of 3 dictionaries. The dictionaries are clear to you, right? No dots in what the dictionary is, correct? Okay, now let's call it dictionary A, right? Now if I do max of A, how will it compare the dictionaries, right? That is the thing. We want that my max function uses the marks to compare. Okay, what I want is that marks be used, but by default that is not the behavior of max. Okay, let's see what the behavior of max is for dictionaries. Okay, so I'll just do Python uh, and let me just define this. So 1 2 3. Okay, and id 1 marks 10,
Actually, I don't have doubt in how this max is working, but we
right?
will get any float number in ratio. So how that
Yeah,
root number will work as key, and then it will that I understood that it will select the employee ID, but
Yeah,
how it is selecting which is the
the
highest,
is
because we
exactly. So yeah, so you are saying that let's say we got the highest ratio as 30, and then how does it know that the 30 belongs to this employee, right? That is your question.
yes, because that would be like
Yeah,
which.
so internally, yeah, don't worry. Internally, the implementation of max is such that it remembers, okay, when it remembers that this ratio is of this dictionary, this ratio is of this dictionary. It remembers, it does not forget it.
Sir, the hard thing is not understanding, but to remember what Python remember and what Python don't do itself.
Okay,
So where you have written the key is equal to ratio.
right.
You have not assigned the value to the ratio.
Value to the ratio. Yeah, because ratio is a function, right? So we are just telling the max function that you should use this function to basically we are just giving the name of the function to key. We are saying that use this function on every dictionary. We don't have to call the function right there. We have to tell max that use this function. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so we just pass in the name. Uh, okay, okay. So I'll just put it inside of yeah, I'll call it A. Okay, so A is our list of dictionaries, and now let's do max of A. Well, exactly. It tells me that it cannot compare two dictionaries. How will it compare, right? The max function does not know how to compare two dictionaries. So I mean, so now we got to tell it what to use to compare. Okay, so what I am giving is it is a key. I'll just do I'll just make a function def uh, okay, don't do this please, come on. Oh, I think, oh, got it. This is the writing, right? Okay, never mind. This is the writing brush. Anyways, yeah, I'll define this. I'll do def of, let's say, get marks, and it will take in anything, right? So take in, let's say, s, which is a student, okay, and it returns s of marks, okay. So basically, it takes in a dictionary and returns the marks of that dictionary. Okay, that is this function. Okay. So now what I'll do is I'll do this. I'll run the max function on A with the key set to get marks underscore marks. So now what will happen is that on every element of this list, which is a dictionary, it will run the key. Okay, it will get the key, which means it will run the get marks function on every dictionary, and then whatever values it returns, so this dictionary will give us. So when you run get marks on the first dictionary, it will return what exactly? Someone please.
ID one.
No, I am.
20.
Get marks returns the marks, right?
0.
Whole dictionary. I
Oh,
did
uh,
it
this
will
to
print 10.
10, right? So this will give us 10. Now if I run get marks on the second dictionary, I will get a
20.
20, and when I run get marks on the third dictionary, I will get
uh, 0.
0.
0, right? So get marks gets me the marks from the dictionary, and exactly what I've done here is I've given the list of dictionaries to max. I've told it to find the maximum of this list, the max element of the list, and to compare. Now it just happens that every element is a dictionary here, and the max function does not know how to compare dictionaries. So I am giving it a method to compare the dictionaries, which is get marks. So for each dictionary, it will do this. It will take run the get marks function on each dictionary. It will get 10, 20, and 0. and from that it will determine that 20 is the largest, so this dictionary should be returned. Okay, so whatever function you give to the key, that function's return value will be used to determine the maximum element. Okay, is it clear now how the key works?
Yes.
Is it clear to everyone here?
Yes,
The
sir.
OPP is in 4 days, don't forget this. Okay, the key is the determining factor. It is optional. Okay, but for data types like dictionaries, when you have a list of dictionaries which max function does not know how to operate on, right, you have to work with this. So I'll just do this, I'll show you. Okay, def get underscore marks of any student return as of marks. Yep. Okay, now I'll just do this, max of a comma key equals get marks, and now I get my dictionary, which is the one with 20. Earlier I did this, right? I did max of a, which gave me an error. Now as soon as I told you how to compare two dictionaries, as soon as I told the max function that use the get marks function to compare, it used it on every dictionary and got the answer that the biggest dictionary is the one with the marks 20. Got it?
Yes.
Now if my if
Yes.
my function has had a different what is it, implementation, instead of, let's say, I'll call it get marks, but I'll make it return as of id. Right now, if it returns the id and uh, a is this, so now if I run the max function with the key is set to get marks, then what should be my answer? Get marks function will now return the id, right?
20.
So which
No,
value,
no, sorry. 2.
which dictionary will we get?
ID2, ID2.
42.
id2, are you sure? Get marks is returning the id. Which dictionary has the biggest id?
ID3.
Right, so why did two people say id2?
Oh.
No, I want to know what was your thinking behind it. I actually want to know.
According to marks.
No. I just said don't look at the name of the function. Okay, that is why I didn't change the name of the function. What the function returns is the important thing. What, not the name of the function. Okay, right here.
I got it.
Yeah, id3 has the marks as 0, but now because our function returns the id, the ids will be used to check, but the ids of the dictionaries will be used to compare two dictionaries, and which dictionary has the highest id? It is this one. That is why it was returned. Now, however much I explain, it won't help you until and unless you go and write, like 10 max functions, 10 ways of getting the max. Uh, Now, okay, fine. Uh, okay, works. Now, okay, what else do I have to tell you here? How about max function of an empty list? What will be the answer of this? Someone, it gives an error. Max function of an empty iterable gives an error. But actually, there is a way to handle it. Okay, what you can do is max and just provide a default. Default equals 0 or something, anything. It can be anything. So when you give it a default value, then it will just, if the iterable is empty, then it will just give back the default value. Why is this useful? Why would we even pass an empty list to max function, right? That comes the question. Well, that could prove useful when you create a program which the user is going to use, right? Let's say you create a program for the user. The user might not give any input at all. I mean, there can be cases where user gives such inputs where your list turns out to be empty. In that case, you can just handle it with a default uh, keyword. Okay, so there's that. Now, now again, what I'll do is, this was the implementation where we define the function, right? Now most people are scared of this right here, right? Everyone is scared of the lambda function. So now how do we convert this implementation to a lambda implementation? If you look at my solution here, I had to first go ahead and define the function, right? And then provide its name right here, right? I defined ratio and then gave its name here. Apart from this specific task for this single line, is this function useful anywhere else in this whole code? The purpose of
No.
functions, yeah, the purpose of functions is that they help us, what is it? That if we want to use the same code again and again and again, we create a function and then we use it everywhere, right? So the use of a function is to minimize the number of lines written, right? The DRY principle, don't repeat yourself, which says basically means that just minimize the number of lines. You don't have to write the same code again and again and again. But here it turns out that, I mean, we created a function just to use it once and forget. So, I mean, here it's a small program. It doesn't matter that much. But when you go out, go out and write some real code, it becomes, for small such tasks, it becomes a bit tedious to define small functions, use them once and forget it. So in that case, what we have are these things called lambda functions. And the only difference is, okay, it's not some big nuclear explosion which everyone should be afraid of. Okay, uh, this keyword, right? Def, right? Lambda is just the brother of def. That's it. Instead of using def, we use lambda, and the functions inside remain same. So here, this was my function, right? Def uh, get underscore marks of s, which was returning. I'll just copy. I'll just take a screenshot. Why not? Yeah, this was my function definition, right? So and now the same way to write it in a lambda format would be this. Lambda, the lambda implementation looks like this. LAMBDA, lambda. So instead of def, we write lambda, okay? And then you say this, right? The name of the function, that is omitted. So there's no name, okay? We just move to the parameter. So here the parameter was s, so we write an s here. And instead of the colon remains, okay, the colon still remains here. And the return keyword is gone, okay? So the name and the return keyword are removed. And then you just write the return value. So I'll just take the return value and put it here. So it will take s and it will return s of marks. Okay, that is it. That is your lambda function for the same code. Okay, so lambda equivalent of the same function. You write the keyword name, then you write the parameter name, and then you write what you want to return. So if I were to use the lambda function here, I would do something like this. Okay, e equals, instead of providing the name of the function, I'll just define the function right here. Lambda s returns as of marks, and that's it. We don't have to do this thing. We don't have to define the function somewhere else and use it right here. We just Define it here, use it, and forget about it. Give the same output. Okay. So now tell me, who is scared of lambda right now? Anyone? No one? Any doubts?
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, what is A there?
A. A is our list, right? This is A. It's a list of dictionaries.
And accessing each element, that is what is written after lambda, right? So that we can get
Uh,
its value
yeah.
of
So,
S.
did you join right now, or did you join when you here? This is the whole session.
No, sir, I joined a bit late.
Oh, you joined a bit late. You should actually go back in the session and watch the live stream which is being running. Uh, because it was a long explanation and I don't want to repeat. If that's fine.
Yes, okay, sir. Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was a good explanation. I don't think I will be able to replicate myself here. So you should go and watch the recording. Move forward for now. Very sorry. Uh, yeah, so that was the lambda implementation of the same. So now if I go into this code, I can just I'll just remove the definition from here, backspace, and I'll just do this. E equals lambda employee and returns this. Okay, so my function will take an employee and okay, emp is better. Yeah, it will take an emp right from the list of dictionaries, and it will just return the exact same thing which was being returned before. Okay, and that should work the same as it did. Okay, is it yes, it does. Okay, the second test case still passes. Okay, so now I'll move to the third one, which is hmm, what is the third one? What is the third one? Sort by hours worked. Okay, get the list of employee IDs sorted by the number of hours worked from the highest to the lowest, and break ties using the highest number of tasks completed. Now here we'll have to use the sorted function, right? Right? Elif
Yes.
request, yeah, request double equals, what is it? Sort by hours work. Again, now again, what I'll do, the sorted function needs to sort the list, right? But what shall it use? These are dictionaries, right? So sorted function does not have any context how to compare dictionaries. To sort things, we need to be able to compare things, right? And if I try to sort a list of dictionaries, it will fail. I think it will, right? Is the sorted function different from max? Wait, let me just try sorted of a. Yeah, exactly. It fails, right? Because it cannot compare to dictionaries. So we have to provide context how to compare to dictionaries. And there comes the key again, right? And as the question says that we need to sort to sort them, we have to use the number of hours worked. So look at this. Which so if basically we have to use this hours worked field of every dictionary to sort the dictionaries. Okay, so these two come first, then comes 90, then comes 40, and then comes 30, right? Is that correct? Right, everyone agrees with me here, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice. And it is so also another thing, how to which comes first out of these two? That is also a question, right? 100 and 100, these two have the same number of hours worked, so how to compare, what to do in this case, right? So the question says that To break ties, we will use the highest number of tasks completed. Okay, so between 100 and 100, the tasks completed will be the determining factor, which means 60 will come first. Okay, so 60 with 100, then 50 with 100, then 90, 40, and 30. Got it, everyone? Okay, exactly. Wait, just give me a moment. Okay, yeah. So now, okay, I'll do the non-lambda implementation first. Okay, I'll create a function, I'll use it in the key, and then we'll go to the lambda implementation. So def what should we call it? Criteria. Fine. The criteria of a dictionary, right? So it takes a dictionary. It takes a employee, right? So I'll call it EMP. And now we'll make it easy in the start. Return EMP of hours work. Okay. HOURS underscore WRKED. Okay, because that is how our function. That is how we need to sort. And then I'll return. So we only need the employee IDs. Okay, we need the employee IDs. Fine. So sorted employees is sorted of employee list, comma, key equals criteria. So now it will sort everything by the hours worked, right? Everyone agrees with me here, correct? One person, only one. Okay, two, only two, three, four, five, six. Huh. Okay, six out of these many. Huh. That is not a good number. Either people are not able to understand. Either I'm failing at teaching, or they're just not responding. I hope it's the second one. Okay. So fine. It will sort by the criteria, and the criteria is hours worked. Okay. Fine. I'll just do a test run. But right now, it should barely pass, or it should just fail. For 5 more minutes. So now, okay, did it pass? Did it pass? No, it didn't, right? Because okay, also I need to return first. Return sorted employees. Hey, the spelling is wrong. And right, it fails, right? The expected output. Okay, also, I mean, I'm returning the dictionary. I don't want to return the dictionary, right? What I want to return is the list of employee IDs, right? So also it's sorting in the ascending order. So to fix that, first see 5 comes last, but here 5 came first. So do I have to sort it in the reverse order. To do that, we just have a keyword which is reverse equals row. Okay. Yeah, I think now 3 or 4 should come first. Let's see which one comes. Okay, now again, yeah, 3 is coming first. Fine, 4, 2, 1, 5. But still we have lists here, wait, dictionaries. So I'll convert it to a list. Now here I will use a comprehension. Okay, sorted employees IDs is, just make it full screen for a second. Yeah, EMP employee ID for employee in sorted employees. Okay, and then I'll just return employee IDs. Again, that just okay. Now something, the test case will pass right now because that is how the dictionary is set up. So if I just come out of full screen, go to the test cases, okay, it still fails. Hey, what employees? Oh, where did we get the error? Oh wait, is it? Is it? Wait. Oh, employee ID, of course. EMPLOYE underscore ID. Now it will pass as far as I know. Yeah, it passed, but that just happens to be a coincidence. Okay. One thing which our code is not handling right now is that what in this case, 100 and 100, right? I mean, it's a coincidence that 3 comes first and 4 comes first, and 3 has 60. What if 4 had 60? The ordering would have been wrong. So how to handle that? Does that question come to everyone's mind? Is everyone with me here on this one? Right? Okay. So you see a criteria here, right? A criteria is a function which currently returns one value, right? And that is the thing which is being used to compare. What Python allows me to do is it allows me to return a tuple. Okay, I can return a tuple, and the order in which the things are in the tuple, so is will be the order of criteria. Okay, it will be the, what is the word here? Preference, priority. Yeah, the priority. So what I can return here is the first thing still remains, the first priority while comparison still remains the hours worked. And as the question says, the second priority of comparison should be the task completed, right? Right here, if you look at it, the task completed. Oh wait, yeah. The task completed is the second priority. So to break the ties, we have to use this. So I'll just uh, return a tuple where the second priority is set. So the second value is task completed, and that is a tuple. So now what Python will do is first it will check the hours worked, and if the hours worked are different, right, then it will just use the higher one. But if the hours worked are same, then it will use the second value to compare. Okay, am I clear? In the case when the first one is same, then we'll use the second value of any two dictionaries, and the second value here is tasks completed.
So is there any limit to compare in return values?
No, you can have a infinitely long tuple, but I mean, you only need how much you need, right?
Okay, yeah. And what is in case of keys? If we have to
What is in
compare
case
more than one criteria, then
if you have to compare more than one criteria, then of
yeah,
course
in the
then you
key.
in the key, right? So yeah, okay. So you're saying that you have to compare a combination of things, right?
Yeah, yeah, combination of things.
Then you can just make your function return a combination of those things, exact things, right? I mean, if it were let's say hours worked plus task completed, then
Mm-hmm.
you would have returned that here, right?
Mm.
Simple. Yeah. Basically,
And we
whatever
can
your function returns will be used to compare.
okay. And what about in case of lambda function? We have to define it first.
No, lambda functions don't need to be defined. No, that's the thing. Lambda functions can be just written and forgotten.
Okay.
So I'll just so now is this solution clear to everyone right now? Mm-hmm. Two people, three people, more please, more. Okay, nice. So now what I'll do is I'll just do the same but with the lambda implementation. Okay, so I'll undefine this function right here. I'll remove the criteria right here, and I'll just create a lambda function. So lambda, which takes in an employee. Okay, right, same as here, a function which takes in an employee, and it returns exactly this. Okay, so right here, Same as before, okay? It's just a function which takes in an employee, it takes in a dictionary and returns a tuple made of two values, okay? Same thing which we did before. Still, it is going to work the same. Right? See, the case passes. That actually the public case passed earlier as well, right? Before doing the employee task completed, but I'm sure the private case would have failed. Now it won't. Everyone clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now we'll move to the fourth and final task, which is wait, where did it go? Oh yeah, right. Yeah, productive team members. Filter and return a list of employee IDs of employees who have completed 20 or more tasks in that order they are present in the employee list. Basically, we have to filter out people who have completed more than 20 tasks. That is it. Now this can be done with in two ways. You can use a list comprehension. You could you can use for loops, right? For loops list comprehension, or you could use the filter function. And the filter function again involves giving it uh, some type of key, right? I mean the name is not a key. It's this is the first argument, and the first argument of the filter function is a function itself, where you have to uh, give it a function, give it the function should return a boolean. I'll solve it using a list comprehension right now. Now it is up to you all to go and practice solving it using a filter function. I'll just do an else because this is the last question here, last option. Else return emp of id for emp employee in wait it's again it's employee id employee underscore id for emp in employee list. Now, but there's a condition, right? We only have to take those who have more than 10 tasks completed, correct? So I'll just do exactly that. I'll just put the condition right here. If employee of wait, tasks completed, I should probably do this, is greater than 10. Wait, is it 10? Is 20? I forgot
20.
10, 20. Okay, 20. Okay, now it should work. Hey, what is this? Why is this here? Yeah. Oh, greater than equal to is it? Huh? 20 or more exactly. So greater than equal to 20 is the answer. Okay, so every public test is passing. Let me just check and submit. Okay, everything passed. Okay, so I hope everyone understood everything. If not, you should go back to the recording, rewind. Okay, I have spent almost 40 minutes on one question. That is not to be done in the exam. Okay, in the exam, you should be able to solve it in like what? Yeah, sure. I'll share the code. This is that code now. Okay, not that. Yeah. Control A, Control C. Here is the code. I hope everyone. Okay. Yeah. Yep. And yep. So now the next session for you. I guess you all have live sessions every day. So do attend those. And the next session is on Friday, which will be taken by Hardik, right, at 7 p.m. So join that as well. And then all the best to everyone for their OPPs, right?
Thank you, sir.
See you next week.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for the join the session. Bye bye. Welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, sir.